Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are doing another Savanna Chrisley inspired makeup. These videos do really well and people really love when I recreate her looks. So I'm back again with another look that I found inspiration from on her Instagram. And the look that I was really inspired to recreate was this one right here on her Instagram. And I just think she looks stunning and the makeup is just very beautiful. So that is what I wanted to recreate. So I hope you guys really like this look, and if you want to see how you can get this look, then please continue watching. Alright, so we're going to get started on the face. Now in this picture of Savanna, this is her makeup artist I'm looking at, which is Paige Higgins. So as you can see in this picture, her skin is obviously very flawless, but it's also very glowy. Not dewy, just very glowy and very youthful looking. So to start achieving that really nice glow that she has, I'm going to use my Lune and Aster face primer. So this is going to make our skin look not shiny and not dewy, it's just going to look very glowy. Okay, so now that our skin is looking glowy, we are going to do some foundation. So I'm going to be using more of a medium to full coverage foundation. So I'm going to be using my EX1 foundation, and I'm going to lighten it a tad with a white foundation just to match my neck with my face. And then I'm going to use a flat top brush to start pouncing that into my skin. And using a brush is what's going to give you guys more of a full coverage instead of using, say, a sponge or your fingers. And especially a brush with a flat top that you can really bounce and just push into the skin is what's going to help make the makeup last, but also just give that full coverage look. Alright, we are going to add even more glow. So I'm going to use my little sunbeam from Benefit. And I'm just going to place this on the areas where I would naturally highlight myself. Tap that in with my finger. Now to get flawless under eyes, I'm going to correct first. So I'm just going to tap this reddish salmon color concealer underneath my eyes where my darkness is. And for concealer, I'm going to be using Laura Mercier and then a LA Girl one to get my perfect shade. And Savanna's under eyes are very bright, so I'm going to be taking this concealer all the way down to the end or edge of my nose down there, because I want this entire under eye area to be light and bright, just like hers. And then I'm going to brighten up with a lighter concealer, and then take a beauty blender and blend that in. I'm just going to add a bit more, the lighter concealer. And then you're just going to want to brighten the rest of the face, meaning the center of the face, like what I am doing right now. And then go ahead and blend that in with your beauty blender. Now we're going to start contouring and bronzing, which she has a ton on, so we're going to go ham. So her contour isn't super warm tone or cool tone, it's pretty neutral. So I'm going to be using my Smashbox Contour stick and just start placing this where I would contour, a little bit under the lip and on top. Then down the nose. Underneath the chin, and down the jawlines, and then a little bit here, and the temples. Alright, and now we're just going to start blending. So now we are going to do bronzer, and this is my Nars liquid bronzer. It has some shimmer in it, so it's going to give us a really nice, beautiful glow. And then taking your foundation brush, just go ahead and tap that in to your skin. Okay, so now I'm going to set my face with my Airspun powder. She is very yellow, which I'm not a fan of that, so this is going to help kind of neutralize that. And I'm just going to use my sponge to set underneath my eyes. Okay, so now we're gonna get started with the eyes, and Savanna's eyes are very dark and sultry looking. I can see that she just uses really pretty warm neutrals, so warm browns. She has like a bit of a red eyeshadow in her crease and lower lash line, and then she has a really bright inner corner and lid, and it looks like it's a gold shadow, and then she has a bronze on the outer part of the eye. So that is the plan for the eyeshadow. So I'm going to start defining my crease and adding some warmth, so I'm going to use my Urban Decay shadow in Beware. I'm just going to pop this in the crease, and I'm using my Jeffree Star Morphe brushes. I'm seriously obsessed with these brushes. They are so incredibly soft. So for Savanna's eye makeup, it is winged out a bit for her eyeshadow, so I'm gonna just drag this outside instead of just bringing it down to around my eye. Next, I'm gonna be taking this shade called Tan Lines from Makeupgeek, and I'm gonna mix it with Makeupgeek's Cocoa Bear as well. And then using that small blending brush from the Jeffree Star collection, I'm going to keep it here in the outer half of my eye and keep this part pretty open. So I'm just going to go back with Beware and place that underneath my eyes here and connect it to the upper shadow that we are winging out. Now going back in with Tan Lines and Cocoa Bear, I'm going to bring that in closer to my lash line and then drag it up to meet the eyeshadow. And now you're just going to blend it out. So next I'm going to take a bronze shade. This color is from a Morphe palette that I depotted. And with a flat shader brush, I'm going to just start packing it on the outer part of the eye. Ooh, this shade is quite pigmented. And keep it right there on the outside. And then at most drag it in halfway, but keep it pretty minimal to the edge of the eye. Now taking a small blending brush, we're going to blend that crease so it's not very harsh. I'm just going to help drag that shadow out a bit just to emphasize the wing even more, and then bring it down to the lower lash line a bit. And then I'm going to flip the brush over, and I'm going to grab this light golden shade from a BH Cosmetics palette. And then we're going to place that in the inner part of our eye where it's blank. And then taking that small blending brush, just go back and blend out any harsh edges. So Savanna has a really thick black liner on the top and her eyes are completely rimmed. So I'm going to be using my Nars black pencil. I think that this is the larger than life pencil to do that. And just taking one of the Jeffree Star small brushes, I'm just going to smudge it a tad. And then now I'm going to do my tight line with this. And then I'm going to do my waterline. So then Savanna's under eyes here are really black, so I'm going to take a black eyeshadow, and with that same brush we used to blend the liner, I'm just going to take it on the very tip. And then I'm just going to start getting really close to my lash line. And I don't want to swipe because I don't want to get a lot of fallout. So I'm just going to stamp it as close as I can to the lash line. And then taking that small pencil brush from this collection, I'm going to blend that black so it's not super harsh. Now Savanna has very bold eyebrows, so I'm going to bold mine up, and I'm going to use my Anastasia brow pomade in the shade Carmel. And I'm going to use Jeffree Star's eyebrow brush from his kit. So Savanna doesn't have super big eyelashes, they're just full of volume but not over dramatic. So I'm going to be using Lily lashes in the style Diamonds. Now it's time to contour the face, and I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Dual Contour Film Star palette. I'm going to place that in my cheekbones, a little bit under the chin here, and then I'm going to put a little bit on the nose. And for bronzer, she's wearing a lot, so I'm going to use my Urban Decay Beached Bronzer, which is a nice warm tone bronzer. And I'm just going to place that pretty much all over my forehead except this center part right there. And bring it down. Place a little bit on the cheekbones to add some warmth. For blush, I'm going to be using Kylie blush in the shade Close to Perfect. And she's not wearing a ton of blush, so I'm not going to put a ton on. And then to highlight, I'm going to be using this big highlighter from a BH Cosmetics palette. Place that on my cheekbones. Place it on the nose, here on the tip, and then in between where the eyes are. And then a tad bit right above the eyebrow. And then Savanna has very pink lips. So I'm going to start by lining my lips with Kylie Jenner's lip liner in the shade Candy K. And then for lipstick, I'm going to be using a pink shade, and this is Creme Cup from MAC. Alright, so this is the completed look for the Savanna Chrisley inspired makeup. I hope you guys really liked this look, and if you liked this look and this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more of my content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!